YouTube, what is going on, you straight delicious guardians? It is Mesa Sean back at it with some Destiny with the lovely Dr.Tinkkz. Tinkkz, say hello.
Hello.
And she actually has her doctorate in Crota's End because you beat Crota last week, correct?
Yes, we did. Yay.
And tell us about the drops. What'd you get?
I got the new Raid HMG, and it is so sweet.
Jealous. Well, hopefully I'll get that tonight when you and your crew take me through it tonight.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, guys, so we're going to go through the part where you got to get over a bridge. In simplest terms, 6 Guardians, got to get over the bridge. And just looking over at the bridge, you've got a sync plate in the middle, and you've got, I guess, what everyone seems to be calling totem poles right now, Tinkkz?
Yes.
Okay, so when they first get onto, getting across, they got to get the bridge formed. You got your sync plate and 2 totem poles. Where do you like to have everyone?
We start off with 2 on each totem pole, 1 on the sync plate to start it, and then 1 floater.
And then from there, basically what it is the person that's going to stand on the sync plate starts forming the bridge. Then a sword bearer, is that what we're calling them this time?
Yes.
I always get it mixed up. Yes. A sword bearer is going to come out. And then, well, the way we were doing it last week was whoever was closest to it would kill the sword bearer and then take that sword, go right across, because as soon as the sword bearer is killed, a gatekeeper appears on the other side. However, correct. You had recommended that they would probably want a Titan to go across first, correct?
Right. A lot of teams specify certain people to go across first, second, third, fourth, like that. And what you really want is, if you have a Titan on your team, you want him to go first because they can have that flash grenade that can render that gatekeeper into a little bitty baby that throws his hands up in the air and surrender.
Okay, so. Gotcha. And then if that Titan's across, they could also help out with making it easier when people are coming across. They could flash them also.
Right. Every time someone comes across, you're going to want to throw that flash.
Okay, gotcha. So another thing to keep in mind also is, because I know you brought this up a couple times, is that they don't have to rush through this. This is not like the Templar where the Templar is going to enrage. Kind of talk us through in terms of pacing themselves, and also talk about maybe the people that start making it across. What do they need to do to help the others get across then?
Well, the key point in this whole fight is that you need to get those gatekeepers down. Every time a sword is dropped, every time a sword bearer is dropped, a gatekeeper will appear. And hence the name gatekeeper. If you don't kill them, there's no progressing. You can kill the gatekeeper, more than 1 gatekeeper with a sword. I've killed up to 3 so far. Right. So if someone does slack, you can get over there. And especially if you have that flash nade, there's no reason that you don't need to wipe if you don't get one down. Gotcha.
And it just makes sense, obviously. You only want to have 1 gatekeeper at a time out there. So.
That's what you're going to try for. So you kill that, you kill that sword bearer, you make it across, you kill that gatekeeper, and then you just kind of survive, because there are going to be mobs over there. When 1 person goes across, that person can really just hide. We go in the back right corner and, kind of shoot things here and there, but you just want them to stay alive, and then when the second person comes over, the mobs get slowly more and more.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember when last time we did it, I was, I think, number 2. No, I was number 1 time to go over, and number 2, and pretty much it was just the same thing over and over. It was a really tough level 30 knight and about 2 to 3 acolytes, but then it got a little bit worse the more and more people start coming over. Another thing I think we should point out too, and it's common sense, of course, guys, but designate, okay, as soon as you walk onto the abyss, or whatever we call it, designate the left totem pole and designate the right totem pole, and then also, just for easiest sake, just keep the totem poles on the other side, also consider those left totem pole, right totem pole, even though once you make it across, then it becomes the complete opposite, right?
Right, because everyone's facing different directions. It's just best to call them something and stick with it.
Exactly. And okay, so for the people that actually make it across, what can they do in terms of making it easier for the people that are still trying to get over, in terms of like sniping, stuff like that? Would you agree?
Right. Yes. The great thing about this fight is that there are no shields except for the wizards that come out towards the end, so you can really use whatever guns you like, but I really suggest snipers, because you're in certain positions. You have to stay on those totem poles, and if your teammates need help, you can't run over there, so sniping is your best option.
And with regards to totem poles, I mean, how quickly do they start turning red as soon as? Well, they obviously turn red as soon as you walk off them, but how long? Like,
slowly.
What's the time frame they have in terms of if you have two people, let's say on one, and then they walk off it? How quickly is that totem pole going to turn red?
You have 10 seconds, but the great thing about it is that when you get on that sync plate, that's when you activate the totems. That's when people have to be at their post. So if you're having trouble and you can't get, someone's kiting a gatekeeper or they're being overrun by mobs or anything, you can have that person in the middle at that sync plate get off, and then they don't have to be at their post, but the bridge does start deconstructing. But when you regroup and calm down and revive everyone, then you can get back on that sync plate and stand back at your totems.
Gotcha. Because when you were guiding us through last week, I remember when I made it to the other side, one of the things I kept hearing you say a few times was, don't kill the sword bearer, don't kill the sword bearer. What were those situations where you were telling people to lay off?
When the bridge was not constructed, because the sword has a 45-second timer from when the sword bearer dies. Gotcha. So if that bridge was not constructed, I was saying, don't kill the sword bearer. And if things were getting hairy, I was like, get off the bridge. And I was just yelling at you guys. Okay. And then I remember you were like, get off the bridge, but you had the sword. I wanted you on the bridge. I wanted someone else off the bridge. And you're like, get on the bridge, get off the bridge, get off the bridge. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, it's fun, though. I swear, this raid so far, I've not looked at the other videos. I don't want to spoil it for myself. So I've loved parts 1 and 2. And then can't wait till tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see, a couple other things. Okay, so pacing yourselves, we covered that. So then once everyone makes it across, let's talk about what they could expect, because it's pretty much down to what they have to fight in terms of ads before a big ogre, correct?
Right. A lot of it is surviving. You have to get as many people over. You want to get as many people over as possible, obviously. But as soon as everyone on the other side, the first side that you start off on, as long as everyone on that side is either dead or on the second side, then it will start the end of it, which more ads come, more knights, and then you get a couple wizards and a couple ogres. You don't have to touch any other ads. You can kite, you can jump, you can run. You have to kill those ogres, and that's when it ends. Okay,
gotcha. And then once they kill it, let's just talk about that chest thing, because I remember the first time we did it, we lost, or like no one made it into it. Just kind of walk us through it. If someone makes it in there, they can open the door. I'm a little confused on that one.
Oh, yes. Basically, you're going to run past a bunch of thrall, try not to get caught up by them, kill a shrieker. Then you're going to do the same thing, run past a bunch more thrall, kill the shrieker, and then you have to get into that door. As long as one person makes that door, they can open it for the rest of everyone else.
Okay, because I remember, that time you guys were yelling at me, Sean, stop shooting the thralls. Just kill the shrieker. Just kill the shrieker. Because I guess they should just keep jumping over the thralls and somewhat ignore them a little bit, but it's the shriekers are the big problem, right?
Right, because we had started it too soon. Someone had run in, so we didn't get a chance to explain it to you just yet.
Okay, makes sense. And then just in terms of, I don't know if I want to spoil it for them, but that chest, what's it going to provide? Anything good, or is it, everything's good now that we need radiant
exactly.
materials.
It's definitely ascendant materials, but yeah, you definitely want those. And another tip for that too is if you haven't made it to that second shrieker and people are lagging, or you started it too early, I didn't know this at the time, but you can wipe and then start it again, as long as you don't make it past that second shrieker.
Oh, so just the hallway. Okay, so once you kill the ogres, you basically can go, you could wipe and then redo the hallway part?
You actually start, I'm pretty sure you start the chest by going up to the door. If someone does it too early, then you can go wipe just at that first part of the thrall and start the chest part again.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, gotcha. Okay, just wanted to clarify that. So, cool. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. So, expect episode 3 shortly this week. I'm going to go on. Dr.Tinkkz is going to take me through it tonight. I'm super excited about it. I don't know, Tinkkz, I know you kind of hinted at what's to come of parts 3 and 4. Do you think we'll be able to cover parts 3 and 4 in one video, or do you think it'll be 2 separate videos? Because you kind of hinted at that the next part after the chest is kind of short and just one thing, right?
It's short, and one thing, I think it was probably because I'm a little upset that you don't get gear or any drops after the second part.
Okay.
But it is quite complicated actually, and I think it's a little harder than the bridge part, to be honest. So
Really?
we'll see how it goes. I'll show it to you tonight, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool, sweet. All right, guys. So, and listen, as always, we learn from you guys as much as we try to help teach you guys a few things here and there when we get it right. But leave us in the comments any feedback, anything we might have missed, but also anything that works for you. And guys, we're always open to your suggestions because I know that they help me a whole lot. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Drop a like on this video only if you see fit. And also, I will link Tinkkz' stream in the description as well as her Twitter, so you can harass her as much as we have a lot of shenanigans between her, myself, Clawman, a couple of you guys in the comment section. I guess you kind of already know, but if you haven't, make sure you go follow her. Make sure you go follow her stream. So that's it for me, guys. You stay beautiful, Guardians, and Tinkkz.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys, take care.